you say, dude? Like just being completely honest here. Like, what would you say? Like, how your mindset was like when you first started streaming in regards to like growing your channel.
When I first started, it was basically I wanted to go and try and do something else. Like completely, the whole reason I kind of wanted to start was just to kind of get a feel for um building like kind of like a personal brand or whatever, just to kind of get my name out there. You know what I mean? Go and meet some cool people, try out Twitch, see how I like it, and I've just had a blast with it so far. And one of the things I kind of got caught up in with that, and we'll go into a little bit later, was kind of getting tied in with the follower for follower thing. But honestly, the basic why was just, yeah, like I said, build a personal brand and kind of try it out, try something new and see how I like it.
Right on, right on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for me, I would, like everybody, right? Everybody that's playing video games probably have since we were kids. So like I had streamed like before, like a few years back, but not on anything. Like it was literally like I was playing like FIFA, and I just wanted to have like some gameplay.
Yeah.
That was it. And then a few months back, I started looking into it again, and I was like, man, yeah, dude, like I definitely want to do this. So I kind of had really not played like a specific game for a little while before then, but like I really wanted to get back into playing, so I was prioritizing other things in my life with my time. But I was like, man, I really want to get back to this whole gaming deal. So I was like, well, if I'm a game, then why not stream too, right? So
Right on.
And I was like, man, like I do enjoy like talking to folks for sure. So yeah, I was like, man, let's do it. And yeah, I've been doing it since May.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I looked it up. I still have that email from Twitch, like after I did my first stream. In Gmail, and it was like May 10th or something like that.
That's pretty cool.
And when I first started streaming, I started streaming from the console, directly from the console.
Oh, okay.
And getting my feet wet and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with streaming from the console, obviously. And then
No.
and I was like, man, like I want to be able to do some more things with my stream.
Yeah.
Just all the way around. So I was thinking about getting a capture card. But quite frankly, I didn't have anything but like my laptop. I call it the old Toshiba. It's that old Toshiba, and that thing, man. I'm telling you right now, that joker right there, like I use it sometimes to like look at the chat, but there's an old Toshiba right here, boy. And other than that, man, it ain't gonna get the job done. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna need a computer. Well, let me not just get a computer good enough for a capture card. Let me get a good enough computer where I can actually stream and do everything from the computer. So that's kind of what's my thinking behind it.
No, for sure.
And so yeah, I went with that. And so yeah, like so I've been doing it since May, dude. Like, but like even dude, like my first stream, bro, like it was, dude, I fell in love, bro. Like
yeah,
I fell in love, and I was like, obviously, I don't think anybody even like thought about coming to my stream. Like, I don't think I had one viewer. Like, dude, I didn't care. I was having a blast. I was having an absolute blast. I think I was streaming H1Z1.
Nice.
Off the rip. I think that was my first stream, but it was it was a ton of fun. And like I said, so I'm like 3 months in, man, and just loving the journey. It's
sure.
It's been an absolute blast, man. So yeah, that's kind of
definitely.
Hold on, I want to talk to the chat real quick.
Yeah, no worries.
First of all, man, appreciate everybody coming by.
Podcast. Yo, thanks for stopping in, my dude.
Hey, man, Sweet Roll, salute. Ivan, salute, my brother, man. Honored, bro. Appreciate you.
Right on.
Appreciate you being here. TK, salute TK, man. Appreciate the host, brother. Hope you're doing well this evening.
Right on, man.
That was me.
Yeah.
Why do you think the majority of folks that start streaming well, why do you think the majority that start streaming, thinking about streaming, what do you think, like, what's going through their head? Give me your honest opinion, your honest assessment of why do you think most folks start streaming?
I think easy money is a big one, right? I think easy money is a huge motivator for sure, because a lot of people look at big streamers, and don't get me wrong, I don't know why, but I don't know a ton of them other than like maybe Ninja. But you look at somebody like that, right? Like, they make a ton of money doing what they do, and kids, or whoever, I think kids for the general, right, go and see these guys going and making tons of money doing this stuff, and they think it's going to be pretty easy, right? I think it'll be easy, and it's definitely fun for sure, but it's not going to come fast. Like my buddy, shout out to Zydo, he's been doing this for over a year, and he's been telling me like he's starting to slowly make money at what he's doing now, right? Which is awesome for him, but it takes time. It really does.
1,000%. 1,000%. Yeah, I mean, well, just like piggybacking off of that, like I'm extremely confident, like enough to say I feel very strongly that the vast majority of folks that think about streaming, that start streaming, is if not purely, then high 90-something% is like the money, and with the way that streaming and the whole video game world now in general, like it's crazy, man. Like the fame, like the super big streamers, like, dude, like it's incredible, like what's happening now.
Yeah,
like, shoot, I mean, and think about how like quickly it happened, right? Because like even if we go back 10 years ago, like no way that everybody thought like it was gonna be this.
Oh, for sure. When I was a kid, I never thought about like, oh, if I go and play video games for this how many years, I'm going to be famous, right?
Yeah.
Like, social media, I think, has just changed the whole game completely. You know what I mean? It's completely different.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Like, so I mean, yeah, so that's what it is. So it's thinking that, and not just that. I think that in life in general, with different things, like folks see stuff and see somebody that's super successful doing it, and then don't even like the work to get there doesn't even like begin to come into their mind. They just see like the end product, right? The real like polished product.
For sure.
And think, okay, real quickly, like example, like a big streamer, especially like it goes, all age groups can think this, like from a kid to like somebody older than us, is that okay? See somebody playing a game, right? Oh, he ain't doing nothing, like sitting in front of his monitor, his TV, like with a controller or a keyboard and a mouse in his hand, and he's just playing the game, and might be talking to the chat every once in a while. Why would somebody want to spend their hard-earned money like to watch somebody play video games? I mean, that's what a lot of folks say, and that's normally like the older generation, right?
For sure.
They can't grasp their mind around it, that it's just times are just changing. This is what it is now, like. They're still watching, TV and stuff like that, man. Like TV, man, is gonna get phased out eventually. Like Netflix is like killing it, man. Like
it is.
Like you hear that all the time, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go watch something on Netflix.
Oh,
I'm gonna go watch something on Hulu. Like,
yeah.
I'm telling you right now, even like I work with a lot of older folks, a lot of the older generation, and like, man, they're saying that like, yeah, man, I'm about to go check out whatever Hard Knocks on Netflix. You know, the TV, the whole, it's not even like really coming up unless we're talking about like the game. You know, like, all right, like, yeah, I'm gonna go watch the Cowboys game on Sunday, you know, something like that. But I'm telling you, if it wasn't for like sports, like TV's already in trouble, but it would be in even more trouble. Like, if they figure out like how to like get or decide to pull like these huge contracts away from like CBS and NBC and all these sports stations, and get them like some type of crazy like deal with like Netflix, where Netflix decides to start streaming the games or something like that, man, TV's done, dude. Like, it's wild. Like, even like on Hulu, you can watch like your favorite show. Like, even if you can't like go watch it live, you can watch it like within like 24 hours. You know, so like, and in a lot of cases that works for somebody, because if their favorite show comes on at like 9 and they gotta, you know, wake up at 3 in the morning, right? They're asleep, so they're not gonna be able to catch it anyway. So instead of like DVRing it or whatever, they can put, you know, get on Hulu, which is like $10 a month, and watch it like when they get off of work the next day.
Oh, for sure, 100%, 100%. And it's actually funny you mentioned that, because I actually just canceled my cable last week. Right, because I don't use it. It's a waste of money, really. Right, I'm not gonna go and spend that much money when I can go and spend, I think it's like $8 a month for Netflix, right? And my whole family uses it, right? My parents, my brother, and I, right? So it definitely is a money saver, for sure, for sure. But to go and get back to this whole Twitch thing, like I think it was like 4 or 5 years. I just started going to college, and I seen like a couple people on YouTube were going in there like advertising Twitch, and I was like, what is this? Like, who would actually go and spend time watching these people go and play video games or go and do this, right? Like, when they can go and just post a YouTube video, right? YouTube was the big thing then, for at least gaming anyway, right? And people were advertising it, and all of a sudden, like these last like 2 or 3 years, from my perspective anyway, it's just blown up, right? Just crazy the way it's blown up. It's really, really amazing how something like that has just taken off.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like the way that just it just moves so fast, like so fast, man. Like, if you don't like adjust, you know, or make a change, like, you're gonna get left behind. You know, I mean, we're seeing it all the way around. It's like, you know, like Toys R Us, they didn't adjust, they got left behind. I mean, you know, Amazon's Toys R Us now. You know, 1,000%. So, you know, so yeah, that goes back to that whole thing, just that mindset of, you know, surely this isn't something that, you know, can be a long-term thing. This isn't something that, like, no, this will phase out in a couple of years, man. Like, that, no, it's not gonna phase out. Like, whether it's Twitch or another platform, like, I think it's pretty clear that this whole streaming deal, you know, is here to stay.
Oh, for sure. And it's changing the game too, right? Like, how many people are actually can go and do this for a living now, right? People enjoy playing video games, and they've built themselves a half-decent community, right? Or they're just that skilled at a certain game where they can just go and do this, and they can go and make money at it, right? Who knows, maybe in like 10 or 20 years, I don't know if it'll still be around, right? But they're setting themselves up to go in a different direction if they want to, right? They're getting their name out there. They're building that personal brand, right? Like I said before, right? Like it's crazy.
100%.
It's crazy for sure.
100%. So, I mean, so that's that. So, you know, that the folks that are trying to, you know, that want to stream, they start streaming, like, for sure. That's what it is. They see that, and it's easy. Then, you know, money. All right, I'm gonna do it. And then, listen, like, they just get phased out so quick. They get phased
Yeah.
out so quick. I mean, I see it on Twitter every single day. I know you do too. Oh my gosh. Like, my channel's not growing.
Yeah.
I've been doing it for these past 3 weeks. Like, I've been streaming these past 3 weeks for 16 hours a day. And, you know, like, this completely exaggerating. It's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, and my channel's not growing. Like, this Twitch is set up. Twitch is rigged. Small streamer can't win. Small streamer can't grow. Algorithm sucks. Like, I joined a Discord community. Nobody's supporting me. I'm supporting everyone. I'm not getting any support back.
Man.
I'm done. I'm done. It's rigged. Like, it's always it's Twitch's fault. It's everybody's fault.
For sure.
It's like, dude, like, you've been streaming like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, you've been streaming 3 months.
Yeah.
You've been streaming 6 months. I mean, I just feel like the perspective is completely out of whack. Completely out of whack. Like for those that are listening, like, wrap your mind around this. Okay, if you're trying to stream like as a career, like, think about what you're asking, like, or what you're wanting. You're wanting to be able to do this full time, make enough money to be able to afford, you know, what you got going on, like your bills, however, whatever your lifestyle is. Not only to be able to afford that, but like, these folks aren't just wanting to make it by. Like, they're wanting to do like really well. So you want to make a ton of money on your own terms, on your own streaming schedule. Like, and like, you're going to quit in 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years. Like think about what you're wanting. I just like, you have to understand, like, this wasn't even possible a few years ago. Like, this wasn't even a thought in folks' heads, and you're gonna quit like just that quick. Like, if this is like what you like, your passion, like, you're just so passionate about streaming, right? Like I started streaming, like, dude, I'm obsessed with it now. It's so much fun. Like, if this is your absolute, like, you know, passion, like, what would you rather be doing than like chasing the climb? Like what game would you rather be playing than trying to get there?
For sure.
I don't understand it. Like, you want all the ripened fruit off the tree. Man, it takes work to get that fruit off that tree, man. Like,
definitely.
Like, dude, you gotta sow the seeds. I mean, you gotta do some tilling. Like, you gotta nurture, like, you know, country. I get it. Listen, it takes work to get off that tree, man. I got a peach tree, dude. I got a really pretty peach tree, and let me tell you something, bro. In Texas, when you're farming, when you're doing stuff like the natural way without these like harmful chemicals and stuff like that, like, when I tell you that you have to tend it every day, like, if you're not doing something with that tree every day, like, you're gonna get eaten alive, bro, by pests, bugs, coons, possums, everything. Like, man, this takes work, brother. Like, for sure. Like, they just don't want to work. Like, like, when it comes down to it, like how, like, do you want it? Like, dude, I love the setbacks, man. Like, like, I'm so hungry. Like, so hungry, man. Salute, man. Appreciate the bit, perk. Like that. That's what I was saying, dude. Like, I don't care if it's 1 viewer, 0 viewer. Like, I'm gonna stream regardless. Like, 1,000%. 1,000%. Angel Fish, appreciation. Salute for the bits. Like, the numbers will, like, never, like, affect whether or not I stream, man. Like, this is like, I love it. Like I love it. And then it's like, you get the feedback. Like, okay, right? So you stream one day and you have, you know, 5 viewers watching you playing whatever game. Right? And then the next day you stream again, same time, everything super consistent, and you play a different game, it goes down to 2 viewers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's feedback. That's always gonna happen. Like when you switch games, like that's what it is. Like if you're a variety streamer, like you, like me, like play what we want to play. Like your viewers are always gonna be different every day. I mean, that's just part of it.
Yeah.
You know, if you're passionate about one game, you just want to stream a certain game, and that's the game, that's the only game you want to play, like right on, there's nothing wrong with that. But what I've noticed is that what usually happens is they'll play that game for like a really long time, and then that game will like have an update, and then like they'll hate the update. But it's like, oh shoot, all my viewers are like emotionally involved with this game, so I'm gonna keep playing this game. And then you start doing it for the viewers, and 100% like I value the viewers so much.
Definitely.
But if you're not like enjoying the game you're playing, like you're gonna get burned out. And then it's a spiral, right? A downward spiral.
100%.
So I mean, you've gotta, so like when you're streaming like multiple times a week, man, you're getting feedback in so many ways, you know, and and I love the feedback. Like there's a difference between like caring what someone thinks about you and feedback. Like that's 1,000%. Like that's the reason why when we started the stream, I'm like, can you hear me all right? Can you hear me all right? Like that's feedback. Yeah. Like I'm not gonna get upset if you say, you know, turn your mic up. Like that's feedback.
Totally. Yeah.
So
for sure.
I mean, that, for sure. You know, that's part of the whole deal. So when you're streaming multiple times a week, like you get a ton of feedback, man. You can make adjustments that you feel like you need to make or that you want to make, and then go from there, man. But and the other thing too, man, the thing about it is like you have to want it. You have to be extremely smart about it, and you have to take ownership and like see what you're doing. Because what the deal is that there's so many folks, like, all right, like, let's eliminate the folks that quit, right?
Yeah.
Like, eliminate all the folks that quit early. And, like, the folks that are like, all right, like, patient, like, I'm gonna really do this.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what you have to think about is that, you know, you're trying to climb Joe Schmo in a small town somewhere is trying to do the same thing as you. You know, and he wants it bad too, and he's being smart too. So you can't just stream. You need to get on social. Like, you gotta get on Twitter.
I hear that.
Like you, and that's the thing about it. You can't even be 2-dimensional now. Like, you can't be on streaming and be on Twitter. Like, you gotta be on Instagram.
For sure.
Like, and you know, noticing folks to get on the Instagram more, promoting their stream, like.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to like, if you can get on every single platform in some aspect and put out at least one piece of content on every platform in some way, whether it's writing a summary of your stream last night on Facebook or like a 30-second clip putting it out on Twitter, you know, a 5-minute video you putting out on YouTube of y'all having a good conversation or some good gameplay or something like that. Snapchat, you Snapchatting in the morning, just documenting, hey, salute, appreciate everybody for the stream last night, something like that. Every day, man, dude, you're gonna build.
For sure.
You're gonna build. At the very least, you're gonna get eyes on your channel. Now, like, here's what like a lot of folks don't want to hear. You know, when you get like a ton of views on your channel, you're doing all the stuff I'm saying, and then you're still not growing, brothers, sisters, you gotta look yourself in the mirror. Like, am I a good streamer? Like, you know, is this what I should be doing?
Yeah.
Like, or should I take the camera off me and be doing a podcast? Like, do people, what do folks like about my stream?
Yeah.
Do they like seeing me? Like, do they like my charisma? Do they like, you know, whatever? Like, you gotta be, if you have that self-awareness, and get to the point where, okay, I've got, you know, and I'm telling you, because I see folks quit, I go to their channels, healthy, and they have like a really small amount of views on their channel. Like,
yeah,
I'm telling you, 10, 15,000 views, you know,
oh yeah,
something like that. That ain't no views, man. Like,
no,
not to quit a platform.
no,
You've got to listen. I'm telling you, like, if your channel's like at 100K views or something like that, like, make an assessment then. But
definitely.
like, you haven't even tasted what's out there.
Definitely.
Like, man, these successful streamers, though, they have millions of views on their channel.
Yeah.
But
how long did they stream for?
Exactly.
Right? How much effort they put in, right? And going back to that whole social media thing, like, it takes complete work, right? Like, you gotta, like, and that's something I've been really even focusing on, right? Like, trying to get into these Discord communities and go and talk to people, engage with people, right? Like, it takes so long because there's so many people, right? And I just want to sit there all day and like go through it and talk to everybody, right? But you got other stuff to do. So you got to kind of work with your time management, but it takes forever between Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, or Snapchat, right? Like, it takes a ton of work to go and do that stuff, right? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But the amount of, like, I don't know what you would call it, the amount of feedback you can get from going and talking to people like that, right? Or just learning different things about your stream, it's just crazy, right? People want to help people on these Twitch communities, and that's one thing I've actually really got from this that really kind of wowed me when I started, and even still wows me, is how open a lot of these people are in, especially these Discord communities, and just the ways of helping people, rating people. Oh, this person wants to hit affiliate. Oh, this person wants to hit their follower goal, right? Like, everybody helps themselves out, right? But I think where people get mixed up is they'll go and join these communities and they'll expect a lot of, oh, this person, I want like 4 or 5 people to go and raid me, but I'm not going to go in and put in any of the effort, right? I'm not going to go and stop into anybody else's streams, and I'm just going to expect that these people are going to stop in, right? And then they go and get mad. I seen a tweet on it today, right? Or was it yesterday? Either way, but yeah, they were stopped in for like a couple days or a week or something like that, and then they had said that they had left the stream and then or the Discord, and then we're just talking smack about it, how they never got any help. You know what I mean? Like, it's just terrible. It's terrible, man. I don't understand that mentality, right? Like, where do you get off?
Yeah.
Right? Like, you have to go and be kind of going back to this last podcast, you got to be authentic with people, right? Like, make a personal connection with somebody, right? Whether it's something you enjoy to do, or maybe it's a game you guys like to play, or just a topic in general. But yeah, it's definitely one of my big pet peeves is going and being personable online and just dropping a nice comment or talking to somebody about something. For sure. Yeah. I think that's one of the ways you can definitely win on Twitch and gain a lot of followers. For sure.
1,000%.
For sure.
1,000%. Like, where do you think that stems from? Like, because like, first of all, I love what you said. Like, for me, like, I feel like that's they're doing that. You know, they're streaming and they're saying that afterwards. Yeah. But I feel like that just goes back to like what they're doing, like outside of Twitch, outside of streaming in general. Like, for me, like, pull it bluntly, that's just not taking ownership. Yeah. Like how do you feel about that?
I don't know. Honestly, I've never thought about that before you said it, right? But that actually kind of speaks on, yeah, that's actually a great, that's a great point, Pat. I never thought about it like that. You know what I mean? Like, taking actual responsibility and going and stopping in, right? And being authentic and being a nice person outside, right? If you're not that when you're off the stream, I guess you're not going to be that like that on the stream. Or you might be like that on the stream or on Discord or whatever, but for a limited amount of time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there. That's actually a really good point. I've never thought about that before.
For sure, like, cause me, for example, like, you know, like you say, you see that on Twitter, and it's just like,
Mhm.
okay, like, you can point out like a specific situation. This Discord community didn't support me back, right?
For sure. Yeah.
Join another community.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Exactly. 100%, right? If there's toxic people or whatever, then yeah, change it up, right? Switch it up. Go until you find people that you like to go and do stuff with, right? Or that go and support you. 100%. Going back to like last week when I said, as stupid as this is, I have like 4 or 5 people. Well, it's like getting bigger and bigger, but that I know I have on my team. You know what I mean? Right? That I can go to for support, for whether it's streaming, or some of them I've broken down on a little more of a personable level. You know what I mean? And I can talk to them about a lot of other stuff, right? But just having those people in your corner where you can go and talk to them about certain things, whether it's streaming or Twitch or just getting stuff set up, it's super super important, right? And I like these discords everybody are making, right? Because it makes it a lot easier for everybody to go and look at that.
Yeah, 1,000%. Like, and there are some like really great ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like my boy Lucy Dosey, SWS. His
Oh
Discord
yeah,
is it's honestly like he makes you feel very welcome. Like,
it
man,
does. Yeah,
holler at CPG, man, Country Preacher Gaming. I mean, he's got a great community. I mean, listen, you've got to surround yourself around like-minded folks. Like,
sure you do.
you must. You must. If you're joining a Discord group and everybody's in it for themselves, guess what?
Yep.
You're probably gonna turn into that.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes to, you know, what, you know, I'm very passionate about too, is like giving with expectation versus giving without expectation.
Mm.
If you're going
Yep.
into a Discord community
Mm-hmm.
with the idea that I'm going to support this person's stream, okay,
Mm-hmm.
hard, like for a week
Yep.
straight. Like, I'm gonna retweet everything that they post. I'm going
Yep.
to like say something thoughtful, send a thoughtful tweet out, add them, tell folks how great the streamer is, going into their stream, like supporting and stuff like that. If you go with that mindset that you're doing that only, only so that person can do the same thing back,
Yep.
like that's purely given with expectation. Okay,
Oh,
like and that's, oh my gosh, that's what it leads to is so and so. I can't believe him. Like that's where those tweets that we've been seeing come from. They stem from that. They stem from, you know, him, that person they're talking about, a collection of folks. Like, it stems, you know, from that. Okay, like if you honestly like go out, like, dude, me, take myself for example. If I'm talking to somebody or whatever, like the folks I support, like on Twitch, on Twitter, whatever, like I told you this, bro, before. Like, dude, I rock with you, man. Like we've been talking for a little while, bro. I consider you my brother. Like,
100%.
dude, if tomorrow, not even, if tonight after the stream, you said, hey man, I really don't like you. I really don't want to do this podcast anymore. I'm gonna unfriend you on Twitter, Twitch. I'm gonna run your name through the mud.
Yeah.
Like, I'd say, like, right on. Like, I mean, what's the alternative?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. What's the alternative? Get mad?
No,
like,
exactly.
It's not worth getting upset over. Like genuinely, like upset over, bro. Like all the the stuff that, you know, we've done or whatever. Like, you got to give without expectation, bro. That's how you win. Like, definitely. I can't even begin to talk about all the situations that's happened so far, that me literally just boom showing love in whatever way, like And literally, like, after that, like, cool, hope he does well.
Yep.
Hope she does well, and leave it alone. And then, dude, comes back.
Yeah.
Like give.
Definitely.
Give. Don't even think about it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Give. Like, if it's not that same person, it's somebody that was in the stream and seen me do it. Like, it's every time, dude. I've never asked for a single follower.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's definitely a mindset you want. Definitely, 100%. I think you nailed it, right? And I'm a firm believer that if you want positivity in your life, you got to go and give it, right? Right? And like you said, if you go and expect it, I think eventually, whether it's maybe a week, a month, 2 months, 3 months, half a year, whatever, you're just going to burn yourself out if you're given with expectation that, oh, these people are going to eventually help me out, right? And maybe they do. Maybe they go and do help you out, but you're going to meet somebody eventually that's not going to go and help you out, right? And it's going to physically or mentally make you mad, and you're just going to get tired of it, right? And you're going to snap like I see these people do on Twitter, right? Oh, this Discord community sucks because they're not looking out for me, right?
Yeah.
When you don't go in and put any of the effort in, right? Like, come on, right? Right?
Yeah. It's excuses, man. It's the easy way out.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know what. Make excuses. Excuses are easy to make.
Yeah.
Taking ownership, that's just character right there. And it's
100%. Yeah. 100% it is, right? If you're not accountable for your actions, like, what are you doing, right?
Losing.
Exactly.
You're losing.
Exactly.
You're going to be a loser.
For sure you are.
That's just what it is, man. But yeah, bro, like that's definitely like one of them deals that, you know, we could talk about on that because it's just so we see it so much.
Yeah.
Like you gotta get out of that mindset.
Definitely.
Like I don't know, like put in some work. Real work.
Yep.
Like, and then when like it doesn't pan out the way that you expected it to, because you're expecting all the time. Like, if you keep doing it and you can finally flip the switch and get out of that whole expecting something to come out of, you know, so you can hope. There's a difference between hope and expecting, right?
For sure.
Like I hope so and so because of my stream. I don't expect so and so to come to my stream.
Yep. Definitely.
Even if they say they do and they don't show up, like.
Exactly. It happens.
I don't know what they got going on in their life.
Yep. For sure.
Yeah. And,
for sure.
But I kind of want to talk about, like, you're talking about being authentic. That's huge.
It is.
I was kind of looking at the chat a little bit. You gotta like remain like extremely like true to yourself. I tell folks this all the time. Like, for example, when I started streaming, before I started streaming, like, like Lil Roos, always been a character.
Yeah.
Like, look at him right now. Like, I'm looking at him right now, and he's like pecking at like a speaker wire. Like, I've been around countless like roosters, like chickens in general. Like, never have I met one with a personality that comes even close to his.
Oh, that's funny.
I literally like never have. Like, I've just never seen it. Like, like he acts like a dog, dude.
That's funny.
Like the other morning, I was sleeping, and like I hear him like he woke me up. Like, he was like strutting in my room. I can hear him. Hear his little feet on like the hardwood, and like he was like, "What?" And like he came in my room and like hopped on my bed like and laid next to me. Like, dude, like roosters don't do that. Birds don't, like chickens, they don't do that, man. Like, so like remaining authentic, like you've seen it on Instagram, dude. Like, this dude was up on ceiling fans, like
Yeah.
he's uber athletic. Like
Yeah.
he for his size, like I've literally seen him fly on top of my roof before. Like for his size,
Oh,
he's super talented.
that's
And
funny.
so like forget the streaming, dude. Like he's always done this.
Yeah.
So like remaining authentic, like I'm like, okay, so you want to be part of the stream? Like, seem pretty cool with it. Like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna being true to myself. I'm gonna use it. Like, you know
Sure.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna do what he wants to do. Like, I don't force him to do nothing. Like, so I
No.
mean, there's no gimmick to it. Like
Yeah.
it ain't a gimmick. That's just my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For sure it is. For sure it is. And I think that's one of the things I kind of touched on this before a little bit, but just being true to your viewers, right? Having a good conversation with them, and if you actually care and actually build a personal relationship with them, they're going to care that much more, right? Because you're kind of building a little bit of a bridge there, right? And people see that. People see whether it's like with you, right? You're really personable. You got that like charisma or whatever. But it drew me to you, right? Because I think I had seen you on Twitter, and yeah, I just stopped into your stream, and then you went off on one of your like talks or whatever, and I was like, oh man, this guy right here, I'm definitely following this guy, right? But it's just one of those personal things that you went and did that just attracts people, right? You know what I mean?
Dude,
Right? It's crazy.
dude, first of all, I appreciate that for one.
Oh, no worries.
And I remember that's why I'm smiling, because I remember like that stream that you came in, bro. You were showing love,
Yeah.
and then like I went off talking about Lord knows what, and it's so funny because last night during the stream, my bro, man, salute to Rose and Death, man, one of my subs. Like I didn't even know he was in the stream; he was just lurking, and like
Yeah.
I went off on a rant, and then afterwards I was like. I was like, sorry, y'all. Like, I went off on a huge rant, and then like he typed, and he was like, dude, he was like, this is normal. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. But it is. It's one of those things that it's something you add onto your stream, right? Like you talk to your viewers, and they come to your channel and they kind of expect something like that, right?
Yeah.
Crazy. Those kind of things, man, they're small, but it makes it so much bigger, right? You look at your Twitter and your Instagram and stuff, right? They've blown up because you're being who you are.
10,000%. And that's what's so great about it. Like, that's what's so great about it is that you know, like folks, I'm looking at the chat a little bit, and like fake it till you make it, like doesn't work anymore. Like, there's something called social media. Like it just doesn't work anymore. Like I say all the time, like you can only fool your viewers for so long. Like I don't know, like it's simple. Like I set up my stuff or whatever in OBS, hit stream, man. Like now, like hit stream, like start streaming.
Definitely.
Whatever. Like I'm always gonna be me.
Yeah.
Like because I can't not be me. Like I just man, that just goes my integrity, man. Like, and who like wants to do that? Like put on a like, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, it just feels wrong.
It's just it's weird. Like.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's folks on here that play like characters, right? Like I feel like that's just something different. Like playing like a character where like clearly everybody knows you're playing a character, right? Like like Dr. Disrespect is clearly playing a character. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's different than like somebody that's like, putting on a front. You know, like forget that, man. Like front, like I heard Gary say this the other day. He was like front leads to depression. Like, and I was like, dude, that's facts. Like, because all the folks like stunned on Instagram and stuff like that, saying that they're buying this and that and the third. Okay,
sure.
when that camera gets in your life,
yeah,
and seeing you rolling up to a house that got wheels on it, like, you can't get exposed, man. Like, forget that, bro. Like, just be yourself, bro. Like, and but it goes to like what happens during streaming is that folks are so they care about somebody's opinion of them, like as a person.
Yeah.
Like, I love all of y'all. Like, I appreciate the feedback.
For sure.
And in the same breath, I don't care if you say something negative about me. Like, in the same breath, like, I just don't. Like, I don't know.
Definitely.
Like, why would I? Like, all the love that you've gotten on Twitter, I've gotten on Twitter. X amount of folks have said nice things. I see this on Twitter a lot too. One person will go into the thread and say something negative. The person, a streamer or whatever, gets extremely upset. Like, oh my gosh, can't believe you said them things about me. I'm gonna stop streaming for 3 days. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. No, exactly.
I don't know, like.
Yeah, man.
Like, nobody, like, no one person, 10 folks, or whatever is gonna stop me from doing anything I want to do.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Mentally, man, that's the other thing too. Like, when you're streaming, like, if you're not thick-skinned, if you're not thick-skinned, bro, you're gonna have all sorts of issues, man. Like, what do you think about that?
I think that's totally true, right? I got a tweet the other day, and I think it was my first one, and right away it pissed me off, and I was thinking, like, why am I getting angry at this guy? He's my first hater, which means I'm going in the right direction, right? So I kind of like took a second, I settled down, and I just calmly replied to him and let him know, hey, you can go and stop into my Twitch if you want. And then he just never replied, right? And he never got any attention over it, right?
Yeah.
But it's just dealing with that stuff. And it's taking a step back. And there's one more big point. This is a little kind of going off sidetrack for a little bit, but there's a difference between people that you don't know, like whether it's like people in your chat or somebody just stopping in, and actually somebody that is in your ear, right? Like that's in your circle outside of streaming. If they start talking about it or have like an opinion about it, I've definitely, for me personally, I've definitely taken a little bit of a, I don't know what you would call it, like a little bit of a hit sometimes, right? When they give their opinion on it. Like, I don't know. It's harder for me to talk about, it's harder for me to talk about streaming outside because people sometimes don't understand it. Especially a lot of people in that little bit of an older mentality. Because this is, 5 years old?
Yeah.
Right? They don't want, they're not comfortable with a camera being shoved in their face while they're going, and whether they're playing video games or whatever. You know what I mean? That's a big thing that they don't like. But I think you got to kind of take a little bit of a step back and realize you got to make your own decisions, whether you like it or not. And I've been blessed to have some truly good people that I can bounce some stuff off of. But even last week was a huge thing. I had taken a big hit. Somebody had said something to me about it, right? And I had to go and take a step back and kind of bounce some stuff off another person in my life.
Yeah. And
kind of just sit down and talk about it. But it was a big deal for me.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? It was a big deal when people are getting that angry and that upset, and you actually value their opinion that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's my little rant about that anyway. But
I hear you. There's a lot of that. I think a lot of folks go through that. Unless, you know. Oh, hold on. I'm looking at the chat, dude. Oh, Grizz, man, that emote is hilarious, brother. That's hilarious, man. Salute. Oh, man. But there's a lot of that, man. I feel like most folks, especially that are still living.
Yeah.
With, whether it's their parents, grandparents, kin folks or whatever, roommate, that like we were talking about at the beginning of the stream, that just don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
And not only, you cannot understand something. Listen, I don't understand 99.9% of the things in the world.
Yeah.
Like, when it comes down to it, and it's probably like a higher percentage than that. Like,
for sure.
But I'm willing to learn.
Yeah.
And like a lot of the older generation, they'll see it and then bash it off the rip.
Mm-hmm.
And then like not even like try to like to understand like your perspective, where you're coming from, or try to learn it.
Yeah.
And it's just it's kind of one of them deals, man. It's kind of like next week they might come back around and be willing to hear it.
Yeah.
It's kind of just the whole time, and folks ready to hear stuff in their lives at different points.
That's true. Yeah.
But yeah, man, there's a lot of that for sure. Like for me, this, like I said, this wasn't a deal 10 years ago. But
yeah,
I know 10 years ago, my mom was like, "Boy, you playing too many video games." Right? And,
yeah.
And if Twitch was around 10 years ago and I could, like, it might have been a different conversation.
Yeah.
But at that time, being 16, it was like, yes, man, right on. Like,
yeah.
Like, shoot, I wasn't finna talk back. Shoot, that was one thing that didn't, happen in my household, was talking back. But that's another subject. But if you're like 18, 19,
yeah,
and whoever your significant other. Your significant other. Ooh,
yeah.
That's huge, man. That's huge.
Yeah.
Like, if your significant other doesn't support you, doesn't get it, not willing to hear it.
Yeah.
Dude, like, obviously you love whoever you've got in your life. But if you don't address it then, like now, okay, what's going to happen is, you're going to see folks that you started streaming with and that did stick with it, that did do all the things outside of Twitch to build their channel up. You're going to see them climb. Like, whether you're on Twitter or not, y'all might be really cool. It might hit you up in Discord one day, something like that. Y'all catch up and they're whatever. They might be a partner. Who knows? They might have put their stuff on YouTube and now they got a successful YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You are going to be so bitter.
Oh, totally.
And even worse, you're going to regret.
Yeah, man.
That word puts chills down my spine, dude. Regret? Oh, my gosh, dude.
It does, man. It does, right? And just so many, like, I think back when you say that word, just so many opportunities I've missed just because other people have told me, oh, that's a bad idea. That's a stupid idea. You can't go and do this. I hate that. And we're going completely sidetracked with this, but when somebody tells me that I can't do something, it's not even from a spoiled aspect, right? Where, no, you can't have this, and I go and get mad over it. It's, I'm coming back and I'm going to work 3 or 4 times harder to go and prove you wrong, that I can go and do that. You know what I mean?
Right. It's that,
right?
It's that chip. It's that chip on your shoulder.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
I've always been like that. I don't like people saying, oh, you can't go and be this. You can't go and be that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can be whoever you want to be. That's the end of it. Right?
Yeah. Facts. That's facts. That's
for
facts.
Sure.
As long as you have that self-awareness and like understand like this is
that one got me off Losey. Yeah.
As long as you can have self-awareness and like, I mean, if you're 35 years old and you're out of shape and you want to be a basketball player, I mean, like, you know what I mean?
Totally. I hear what you mean.
Like have self-awareness, but as long as that you have that dialed in, Like 1,000%, man. Go do what you want to do. If you want to go stream, go stream. Especially, you know, when you're that age that you can really, you know, really branch off. You know, like
totally.
You hear it every day, man. Like I hear the stories, and it's just true. Like parents didn't support me streaming. 18 years old, whatever, 19 years old, really wasn't doing too much with my life besides streaming, not really working. And then, shoot, man, I want to stream. Grabbed my computer, grabbed everything, got in my car, went to my friend's house. He already had 2 roommates. I joined in there. We're living 4 roommates deep in like a 1,200 foot square, 1,200 square foot house. I'm just saying, bro, like, you got to get creative.
For sure.
Like, you got to get creative. And then it's just like I said, if you don't do it now, you're gonna regret it. It's gonna tarnish your relationship too with that person.
Definitely.
It's not gonna help at all because it's something that you want to do. They don't support it. You go with what they're saying instead of how you feel for many different reasons.
Yeah.
And then down the road, you're kicking yourself.
Yeah. For sure.
It's better to bring it up now and work on it. They might be upset with you for 2 years, 3 years. I mean,
definitely.
They could, man. I try to be realistic about stuff. Like
100%.
They might be mad at you with a few years, and then guess what? They're gonna think about it and realize I shouldn't act like that. Like I shouldn't act like that toward so and so. Like, let me reach out, try to reconcile. Yeah. And 3 years sounds a lot better to me than 30 years. Like if you're streaming and you're living with your uncle or something like that, and he doesn't support it, okay?
Yeah.
You go out on your own, keep on doing the streaming thing, and 3. Salute, man. Appreciate the 100 bits. Klosky. Okay, salute, James. Appreciate you, brother. Like, so he's upset with you for 3 years. Your uncle is, because he didn't support it. You want to do it. You went off it and said, "Forget it. I'm doing it."
For sure.
3 years, he reconciles with you. You have peace about it. Like, let's work things out.
Yeah.
Versus you going with your uncle says, and you don't ever stream, and just every day y'all relationship just gets more and more conflicted. It's like you don't even want to see the dude.
For sure.
Like, and then it's not gonna be 3 years. It's gonna be decades.
Yeah.
And then your uncle's already older than you, and then it gets to the point where he's old, you're getting older, and it's just like, man, this could have been squashed a long time ago.
Yeah.
I hate to see that stuff, man. Like,
totally.
It's sad.
It is. For sure it is. 100% it is.
And it's like, you're not doing something negative.
Yeah.
Like, streaming, man. Like,
yeah. For sure. There's worse things you could be doing.
Like, what would you rather me do? Like, be doing? Like, and again, there is, like, I do feel like if you're just bombing it out, like, if you're not doing anything with your life but, like, streaming and, like, you're living with your uncle or something like that, and, like, unc's like, it's different if, like, unc is like, hey, man, like, I got no problem with you doing your thing. You need to get a job though. Like you need to bring some bacon home, brother. Like then you need to do that. Like you need to be doing something with yourself, like outside of streaming. Like if you're bumming it out, then like your unc's right. Like, bro, you need to get it together. But that's that, and that kind of goes to like folks saying like, well, I need the money. I seen that, bro. I seen that on Twitter yesterday. I seen that on Twitter. Like, somebody was like, they weren't asking for subs.
Yeah.
Like, directly, but, like, in a way. Yeah. And somebody, like, called him out on it. Like, I was just reading the thread. And then the dude who posted it was like, "I need the money." I'm like,
oh man.
oh no, like,
yeah,
dude,
yeah. That's big, right? I don't think you can go and necessarily start this unless you have like $1 million in the bank or whatever, where you can just sit at home and do it. That's fine. But I agree with everybody who's going and putting in the work, going and doing this part time. You know what I mean? They're going and busting their butt at work. They go to work for 8, 10, 12 hours a day, come home, stream for a couple hours, go to bed for a couple hours, and then go and restart the whole thing. You know what I mean? That's where it is, right? You're putting in the work and you're appreciating that time you have to go and put into that.
Dude, yeah, 1,000%, man. And like I said, there's definitely ways you can do it. Like, like don't be fancy.
Yeah.
Like I said, like that type of stuff. Like, all right, like you're gonna have to like get some roommates. Like you're gonna have to like sacrifice your personal space if you want to stream constantly, and then like work as a barista at Starbucks or something, just enough to like pay your share of like the water and your phone bill for the month or something like that, right? And your gas to get to Starbucks. I mean, if you want to do it like that, but Coffee Sock Salute, appreciate the follow. But like other than that, like you grinding it out. Like you grinding it out, and like if you're, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it right now. Like I love all y'all. Listen, if you work 8 hours a day and you're saying you don't have time to stream, like we need to have a talk.
Yeah.
Like,
sure.
I mean it.
Yep.
Like, shoot, we talked about it the other day. I broke down in an 8-hour day.
Yeah.
You got time to do everything.
You do.
Like, and most folks work 8 hours a day, and I see them on Twitter. I don't have time to stream. Like, what are you doing the other 16?
Yep.
You know, well, they're watching that 2 hours. Like, folks watch shows like Netflix or whatever. Like, folks are like knocking out like 3 or 4 episodes in the evening. Like, like, don't let it be like one of them hour-long jokers. Like, like Breaking Bad or something. Like, man, they're knocking out like 3 or 4 episodes a night.
Definitely.
I don't have time to stream.
Yep.
You know, I mean, you got time. You just value watching Breaking Bad more than, you know, than streaming. Breaking Bad ain't going nowhere. Like,
nope, it's gonna be there in like 20 years, 30 years.
Yeah, it's gonna be there.
Right.
I don't know, like it's a no-brainer for me. Like,
yeah,
dude. Sometimes my days are. I like actually like sat down and like looked at like hours wise, like how long my day is. Like, on average, like 6 days a week. It was like 21 hours long sometimes. I'm not saying do that. Yeah. Like, I'm not saying do that. Like, get you whatever rest that you require to get you where you need to go. But for sure. Like, I know like sleeping like sometimes 3 or 4 hours like isn't good short term for my health. Like, I just don't care. Like, I just don't care. Like, I sleep later, man. Like, I'll be fine. Like, I do. I just feel it. Like, physically, emotionally, I'll be fine. Yeah. You know, like I work 12 hours a day. Dude, like I love it, man. But if you're working 8 hours a day, you better find some time. You're just gonna get passed up. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's how I feel about it.
No, I 100% agree with you and what you're saying. Right? Yeah. If you want to go and stream, you got to go and put in the work and take time out of your day to go and say, you know what, I'm not going to watch Breaking Bad tonight. I'm going to go and stream this game. And for me, personally, that's just my opinion. It's a little bit easier for me to go and say, oh, I'm just going to go and play this game instead of going and watching TV. Right? Because I both like going and watching TV. It's definitely less now. Like, I don't go and watch tons of TV anymore. Like I said, I got rid of my cable the other day. right?
Yeah.
I just watch Netflix now, so it's definitely different. You got to go and give up some things that you like to go and do,
Yeah.
while you make sure at the same time that you're going and taking care of yourself. And maybe you go for 45 minutes, half an hour, go and take a walk or something like that in between your streams. If you're streaming for like 8 or 9 or 10 hours a day, you know what I mean?
Right.
Just go up and stretch and take care of yourself. That's definitely a topic I want to talk about at some point, but I think that's way too big for where we're at right now.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that whole you're right, man. That's a show in itself, just like your well being.
For sure it is.
I mean, like I said, man, like I know like my schedule, whatever, like it just my day all the way around, it's just like pedal to the metal when I wake up. You know,
definitely.
Like that is not the move for a lot of folks.
No.
You know, and whatever works for you, like whatever works for you. Like I'm not here at all to like push. Like you got to do this and that. Like you got to work for sure. You got to work your face off.
Yep.
But you don't have to have 21-hour days. Like you can get you six hours of sleep. You know, you can function off 6 hours of sleep.
Exactly.
You got to find what works for you.
Exactly. Even if you wanted to go and sleep like 8 hours a night, right? You have this job where it's like critical. You got to go and put in that work to go and do that. Then go and do that. You know what I mean? Like you said, whatever works for you. But just make sure if you want it that bad that you're going in and putting in the effort. Because that's the one thing that you're going to need if you're going to not necessarily even make it big, but if you want to go and draw in a good audience and be that nice, be that good, then you got to go and put in that effort and say, you know what, I'm not going to go and watch TV tonight. I'm going to kind of work on my time management and put a little less time into this and put a little more time into this. You know what I mean?
1,000%.
And that's life in general, right? This doesn't even have to pertain to streaming. Let's say you want to go and start a side business, or let's go and say you want to go and get healthier at the gym or whatever. Okay, I'm going to go and spend like an hour and a half every night and go for a run and then go to the gym for an hour. You know what I mean? It's just that difference in mentality.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, like I said, and that's it. Like you say, you're right. 8 hours a day, for sure, you can do it. Like, especially if you're like working 8 hours a day.
100%.
Like you can definitely make that work. But however you gotta finagle it to get it done. The takeaway is just a very tenacious work ethic. You gotta be, if you only have if you got a 2-hour window where you can stream, you gotta be tenacious. You gotta be so smart about it. You gotta put yourself out there properly on Twitter, on Instagram, so that you let folks know I can't do a crazy stream long hours wise, but doggone it, I'm gonna give y'all the best 2 hours I can.
Yeah.
Right. For sure, my stream is scheduled for 2 hours during the week.
Yeah.
It never goes there. It always goes over.
Yeah.
It always goes over, brother.
Yeah.
This podcast will be the shortest one, right? But the rest of the day it always goes over.
Yeah.
But I put that to protect, if I really have to do something important that next morning. Or whatever.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Like I said, you just gotta work it, man.
Yep. For sure. I think we've really hit some great topics tonight.
Yeah,
some great ones.
Yeah, it's cool. I love how we talked about some stuff in the beginning that I thought was super important, just for some context, and then we talked about some things, and just it was just different in a lot of ways. But it was a lot of stuff that really needed to be said, I feel like.
Definitely, it did. Definitely.
man. 1,000%.
It really, really did.
Well, heck, man, like it's 10:30. Wow, bro. I've been talking to my boy Healthy sometimes, and like y'all know how it is. It's just like, what? 3 hours have gone by?
Yeah.
What in the world?
Man, I remember that one time. I don't know. I think you were playing Farming Simulator, and it was like 2 o'clock at night. I had just finished streaming, and I was like in the streaming. I was like, "Oh man, I gotta go to bed. I gotta get up early in the morning." And you're like, "Oh well, you can go to bed." And I just sat there talking to you the whole night, and then passed out.
Yeah,
Just
bro.
Exhausted.
That's me. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of that same like cloth, like for sure. Like, yeah, I'm going to sleep. Like, if anybody's been in my stream for like more than one time, like y'all know, like when it gets around a certain time, like yeah, all right, right on. Goes to, think I'm gonna get some rest. And then somebody will say something in the chat, and I'll keep on going for sometimes like another 2 hours. Somebody will come in, I haven't seen them forever.
Yeah, that's a big one too.
That's a big one, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and there's nothing wrong. Like, if you're gonna get off and somebody came in, like, whatever. Like, you conduct your stream however you want to conduct it. Like, I just don't know. For me, like, if I can stay on like longer, I will. Cause like that just tugs at my heartstrings so much. Like, I'm like, oh, like so like Losi, the homie Losi came through, Gribbs, or whatever. If I haven't seen him forever, like, man, what's going on? Like, I want to catch up with them.
For sure, man.
I just want y'all to feel valued.
That's a big one. And that goes back to, like I said, you're being authentic. You know what I mean? That's what pulls people in.
Dude, I suck at so much like stuff. Like, I suck at my, like, it was funny, bro, when you were talking about your handwriting.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, you think that's bad? Like,
yeah.
You should see mine. Like, extremely short story. I was at work, right? And like our little group of departments, we have like a quarterly crew meeting. And like the lady like that handles our timesheets, because we're like a huge plant, but we still actually just write our time down.
Yeah.
She like in front of everybody, she brought me like this huge pencil, and she was like, is Patrick in here? And oh my Moon, salute, man. Appreciate the raid, brother. It means a lot. She was like, is Patrick in here? And I was like, yeah, yes, ma'am. Like, what's going on? And she brought me the pencil, and she was like, here you go. She was like, this is so you can like write your timesheets and pencil, because I was doing them in pen. She was like, you have the worst handwriting of this whole department.
Oh man!
I tell you, bro, I was laughing so hard, bro. That was the funniest thing, because like dude, my handwriting is beyond trash.
Yeah,
like beyond trash. You know, like how you can read your own handwriting.
Yeah.
Like occasionally, like I'll be like, what was I trying to say here? What was I trying to say here?
Yeah.
Dude, Moon, man, appreciate the raid, man. I was talking to my boy Healthy here, bro. Much love. Icon salute, brother. Appreciate the host. Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, like, to a fault. Like, the other day, I'm like, they were like, somebody called me and they were like, man, what were you trying to do here? Like, can you give me like some numbers? And I was like, sure. And I looked at like what I wrote down, and I'm just like,
yeah.
Ooh. Like, ooh.
Yeah.
Like, what was I trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, you know, but yeah, I suck at like so much, man. I actually, like, I'm gonna write down a list.
Yeah.
Cause like, I feel like everybody, like, even like streamers and stuff, like they want to like come across that they just got it all together and stuff like that. Like, I suck at a lot of stuff. Like, I'm gonna write down a huge list. I'm probably gonna put it on Twitter and stuff. I don't know. Like, I feel like more folks need to be that. Like, keep it light, man. Like, be yourself, dude. Like, nobody's good at everything. Like, everybody sucks at a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I can say in the most humble way I can think of saying it, that ever since I was a little boy, dude, you can ask my mama this, is that I've always loved showing love to folks. I've always loved like bigging up people ever since I was a kid, bro. Like even if like I went to go spend the night at my friend's house, before I would talk about like how much fun we were having, or like if I did like something cool, like I played soccer growing up, so if I was like if I did whatever with like with the soccer ball, something like that, and before I would say that, like I would say, well, so and so, man, you should see what he did, like it was awesome. Dude, I've always been like that. Like,
I get you.
It's the most like honest and truthful, authentic I can be. Is
that's awesome.
I love it, man. It just makes me feel, you know how it is, bro. It just makes you feel a certain kind of way. So like when folks like go out of their way, out of their time to send me like a DM, to say something thoughtful on Twitter, whatever, something in the chat about like whatever, like somebody says something about my stream, they like my stream, like I appreciate it, like for sure. You know, if somebody says something about my character, like they're like, dude, like I don't forget it. Like I don't forget it, man. And like I can't take any credit for it, man. Like that's the way my mama raised me. It's the way I was raised, bro.
Right
like,
on.
It was a way I was raised, and then it's in me.
Yep.
Nothing can happen like that can take that away from me. I'll always be that way, bro. Like that's why, like, man, I appreciate you doing like this podcast with me, man. Like it means a lot, bro. Like I appreciate you agreeing to do it, bro. Like I just, I want to let you know that.
Oh man, I really appreciate that. And like I said before, I appreciate the fact that you actually brought me on with it. And,
I hear you.
But yeah, I'll talk to you guys all later. Thanks for stopping in. Peace.
Salute everybody, man. Love y'all.